Hi everyone, I'm Diana, one of the co-directors at Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, and this is Lulu, our cat who spends a lot of time in the office. We are here to welcome you to Virtual Hoot 2020. Very excited for you to be here. It is strange for me to be doing this in front of a screen instead of in front of a whole bunch of people in Seattle gathered for our annual event, but everything about 2020 has been very strange for the whole world. So, very grateful for you to be here. I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you take the time out to just celebrate the sanctuary. As you know, this last week has been a little bit stressful. We'll be talking a little bit more about that. Corey will be talking more about it later in the program. But it's really kind of reinforced two things that I already knew. One is that chimpanzees are very resilient and inspiring. Their stories inspire me personally, and I know have inspired a lot of people. So I am glad that you're here to learn more about them and more about the sanctuary. And the second thing that it's reinforced for me is just how incredible, amazing, fantastic, supportive our donors are. You are always here for us and for the chimps, and I'm just really grateful for that. God, sorry. So this is a fun event, but I just wanted to express how grateful I am for your support. And I think you're going to learn a little bit more about the chimps here and our plans for the future. So have a good time and donate and bid and be inspired. So Corey's going to take it over from here and tell you a little bit more about how things are going to go.
Oh, I love Diana and JB and all the rest there at the sanctuary. Well, welcome everyone to the first virtual Hoot. This is, yes, very different than it's been in the years past, but we're still all here together, and we're still here for one reason, and that is the sanctuary and those 10 incredible chimpanzees. Now, so much has been done, and if you were around for the Queen's Brunch and Negra turning 47, well, or so. We said 47. It's always a little better to go a little younger on a woman's age anyways, I found. So there you go. It was a big happy birthday for Negra, but all of the funds that came in during that incredible celebration have gone to do so much in the care of the chimpanzees, the original 7, the new 3 that came along a little over a year ago with Honeybee and Willybee and Maeve. And these expansions, this continuation of care, it happens in a great part because of you, because of your passion, because of your dedication to these incredible, incredible animals. So thank you. And again, just like last time, those are going to be 2 words you're going to hear a whole bunch over this next hour, and you can't hear it possibly enough. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and text the chimps to the number 22454. That's chimps with an S to 22454. Now, that is going to get you a link back, get you all registered so you can be checking out the incredible experiences, memorabilia, and items that are going on tonight for the virtual Hoot. If you have any trouble and need a little bit of help, hey, we've got folks to take care of you. The number 208 807-3808. All right, we've got until 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time tonight, so less than an hour now before the bidding is going to end. So make sure and get in there and get registered. Chimps to the number 22454 and start that bidding, because bid wars are going to get underway in less than an hour now at 6:50 Pacific Time. And what that means is with 10 minutes to go, things are going to change. It starts the bid wars. And when someone comes in and they make a bid, you remember in the old galas, probably at some of the original HOOT events as well, where someone could come along right behind you. There's this item you really want, and they wait until the last second. And they just write down theirs as soon as you turned your back away from it to go back to your table. And there you lost out on this incredible item that you wanted. Well, that's not going to happen here, and especially not with bid wars, because if you have an item you really want, you have your bid on it, someone tries to sneak in at that last minute and get a bid on it, well, it's going to extend the time. And you're going to get a notification that someone outbid you. And then when you go back, get your bid in there, it extends a couple more minutes. And it will continue doing that with each item that's in a bid war until there is only one. So get out there, check out all the items. Chimps to the number 22454. All right, we've got a lot going on tonight. We want to be able to show you where some of your money has gone in the past, your generosity and your love for these chimpanzees and for the sanctuary. And we're going to be showing you some of that. We're also going to be showing you some of the expansion and some of the ways that your generosity tonight is going to benefit so much the lives of all of these chimpanzees. And we can't possibly thank you enough. The HOOT celebration, as some of you I'm sure know, started many years ago, only it wasn't called HOOT right at the starting. It was where everyone came together, and normally a couple hundred people, all in this grand ballroom with the decorations and everyone saying hi to one another, sometimes maybe the only time each year that you get to see some of these folks. Well, it's changed. Our whole world changed. But you know what didn't change? That's the need. That is the care that is needed for these chimpanzees, the ability to be able to expand and to bring in more, to change their lives. We're going to be able to do that with this phase 2 and phase 3 completion. And because of you and your generosity is how we're going to be able to do that. Now we got, oh, hang on. It looks like Kayla, well, go ahead, come on. Sitting there waving their arms trying to tell me something, better just to hand it to me. Is this real? This should not be a joke. No, it's not. This is real. Yeah. We just got a matching donation for $80,000 from an anonymous donor. That is incredible. So what the matching donation means is that with every dollar that's going to come in, up to that $80,000 is going to get matched. So if you're going to donate $100 right now, you can be able to go over to item number 2, the Give a Hoot, make a donation. Say it's $100, it's going to become $200. 2 will become 4, 500 will become 1,000, and you get the idea there. You can really be able to make your money work with it getting matched, getting doubled dollar for dollar, all the way up to that very generous $80,000. I know you wanted to remain anonymous, and whoever it is, I'm sure is watching right now, bless you on behalf of all of the chimpanzees, the staff, Diana and JB and everyone else. And of course, most importantly, these 10 chimps that call the sanctuary their home. That is a phenomenal way to be able to get started. Well, you know, with Ellsberg Studio and Auction Frogs and myself, we got the privilege of being able to do something that a lot of folks don't get to do. And a couple of weeks ago, we got to go to the sanctuary. We got to see all of the cows too, out in the pasture, which some of the staff was very excited to get to see the cows. I know Kayla in particular was chasing cows around to get to hang out with them. And Nutmeg and all the rest, they're just such wonderful animals all the way around. And in that time that we got to spend there, of course, we had to have a little time talking about the pant hoot. because that is the namesake for this event that started a few years ago as it went from just being a gala to being the HOOT celebration. And here we are with our first virtual HOOT. So I got JB to agree to try and teach me some of the verbalizations. It didn't go as well as I would have hoped. It has been an amazing day here at the sanctuary. It's been so fun getting to meet the staff and, of course, all the chimpanzees and each one of them, their personality. One of the things that I've noticed, besides just the name of the event tonight, is that there is a lot of vocalization with the staff, yourself, everyone, with the chimps when you're coming by, whether it's greeting. What are all the different vocalizations, or some of the main ones?
Yeah, I mean, so chimps use vocalizations to greet each other, to signal that there's food, that they're excited, to intimidate somebody. So I can teach you a few if you're interested. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll start with one of the most common ones, which is the food grunt. So anytime chimps see food being prepared, being brought out for a meal, they start to food grunt. So if it's, you know, ho-hum, not that exciting food, it's going to sound like that.
Okay.
So. Right. Now, if it's really exciting food, if it's your favorite food in the world, it turns into a food squeak. So it goes from to like that. There we go. All right, so now you know how to tell your chimp friends that there's a really exciting meal coming. All right, so now if we're playing and we're wrestling like chimps do, they start to laugh. Unlike us, when we laugh on the exhale only. Chimps laugh on the inhale and the exhale. So if they're just playing a gentle little game, it sounds like a dog panting. Okay. If it gets really exciting, it's
Okay.
All right.
So.
Yep, you gotta get the inhale too. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna pass out now.
Exactly. Okay, so now the last one, the pant hoot,
yes.
right? So pant hoots, you're really excited about something, or you want to tell that guy over there that you're a big, strong dude and he should, you know, watch himself. So a pant hoot is a little bit like that laughter. So, but it starts like. So exhale, inhale. You're making the vocalization each time. So you want to try that? There you go. Now, that builds up into this crescendo. So you start really low.
All right, here we go. How's that? Keep working on it, basically.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
All right, I need to practice more. But everything from the, you know, just the slapping of the legs, getting down with them. I noticed when you were playing with, it was Burrito a little while ago. And just the kind of playful games with them and understanding one another. When Jamie was wanting to see my boots, and so she's got her thing where she would just kind of, you know, point like, show me the dang boots. And, you know.
And you probably noticed that you understand a lot of what they're trying to tell you, even though you've never learned chimp language before. But a lot of their communication is very similar to ours.
Okay. Well, the one thing I've learned so far, the chimpanzees are amazing, the staff is amazing, and I would not make it very long in the wilds of Africa. So there, we've learned all of that. JB, thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun, but man, I was bad. I really was. But I'm working on it, though. By the next event, no, I probably won't be a whole lot better by then either. But, you know, some of the ones that do have a lot more practice than me, some of the board members for the sanctuary got together on a Zoom call a little while back, I think, again, just to make me feel bad about my pant hoot, and they had to show off theirs. Oh, sure. Just had to rub it in, didn't you? That is outstanding. And that's what it is. It is our virtual HOOT this time around, and now had put that out a while back that folks could be able to send in their version of the pant hoot and shoot us a little video. We're going to get to see some of those contestants coming up just a little bit later on. But you know, one of the things that we got to learn, and we were so honored, and it was such a privilege to be able to be there at the sanctuary and get to see from breakfast and through enrichment and all the different things along the way through into the evening, and how they interact with the staff and the staff with them. And it's so incredible to watch. And Diana sent a little video to be able to show the day in the life of the Northwest Sanctuary. I am pretty sure that all of us on staff could have stayed there and just watched and hung out with all of the 10 forever, pretty much forever. It was so much fun, and it was so incredible to get to see how that the staff and the chimps and just everything that your generosity has done so far, and and how much is going as we move forward, and plans to get another 6 to 8. We'll talk a little bit more about that and what that's going to take to be able to do that coming up here in just a few. But, you know, during the day while we were there, one of the things we got to do, and in the video there, it shows, and I'm not sure, it might have been Willie B that was playing with the raffle tickets, you know, the old two-sided ones, and he was all covered in them there. Well, every day is a different enrichment. They find things that are really, really meaningful to some of the chimps, and then they create this enrichment every day to where it's something that their brains work on, or puzzles, or things that are meaningful to them and just engaged in what's going on. So the day we were there, it was Troll Scarf Day. Now, when I first heard Troll Scarf Day, I wasn't sure what to make of that. And then Diana showed me. So she said today's enrichment was to honor Jamie and Foxy, because Jamie, who her and I got quite close, she liked my boots a lot. She loves wearing scarves. Well, Foxy loves her dolls, especially the troll dolls and the strawberry shortcake dolls. And so this was a combination of the two. So Diana showed me, okay, there you take the scarf, take the troll dolls. Now this first one, it took me a little while to get the hang of it there. But if I do say so myself, I got pretty good, you know, over the course of this. Everyone left, they thought I was lost. No, I was still back there just making more troll scarves. It was a lot of fun. Got tricky with some, put 3 on the scarves. Surprised with some of them, you know, for 2. There's one of the hairless ones that got loved a little bit too much by Foxy. And so that was that day's enrichment. And every day, again, you look up to see, and the staff comes up with all the different enrichment things, because of course they know the chimps better than anyone. They know their likes and their dislikes and the things that will get them engaged. And I loved being able to have my small little piece of that day. And there Foxy with her strawberry shortcake there. And so what I brought back, this was actually one of the troll scarves that I created while we were there at the sanctuary. It is item number 92, I believe. Yes, item number 92. And so this is actual scarf that had been worn by Jamie and some of the other chimpanzees. These were, you can tell, some of the dolls that got loved a little too much here. Yeah, so we're missing a little hair on the troll here, but that's okay. This is something that you know was played with, loved by, and was a part of their lives with the chimpanzees there at the sanctuary. And you can be able to have it for your very own and get to explain all of this to your friends when they go, "Are you feeling okay? What's going on?" Because you got trolls on a scarf over in the corner. And you can tell them why. So there you go, item number 92, and these can be your very own as well. Now, some of our other items right back here, you can see over my shoulders some of the amazing prints of some of our stars of the sanctuary, the chimpanzees, and we have Negra, and we have Willie B, and you can be able to have these on a beautiful canvas, all wraparound canvas prints, 16 by 20. And there are items number 93, 94, and 95. And you can get a bid on each one. I don't know how you would pick, so I really suggest just bidding on all 3. It's okay, really. So get those bids in. If you haven't already gotten registered, well, go ahead and send, just text CHIMPS with an S to the number 22454. All right. Now, some of the things that you have been able to benefit the sanctuary with your generosity. One of the big things was the clinic. And not just the corner of a room with a table, but an actual clinic facility where they can be able to be cared for if they're injured or need shots or need some type of medical care with the veterinarian or the staff. And now, because of the past events and Queen's Brunch and the ones prior to that, that is a reality. And we got to spend some time and hear about the clinic and how it's benefited the sanctuary.
So median longevity for chimps is, on the lower 30s for males and late 30s for females. All of the chimps, the original 7 that we rescued, are beyond median lifespan now. And that could just be luck. It could be that they've found a home that gives them the things they need: space to run and exercise, and good food and friendship and comfort and safety and security. And I think a lot of it is also due to the preventive healthcare measures that we take, and having someone like Dr. Aaron and all the medical professionals that we work with all the time.
We are so grateful for individual donors and so grateful for our loyal supporters who have stuck with us for this long and have been able to see the sanctuary expand and have really seen what their dollars pay for. And it's not just, the big projects that we're doing, but the day-to-day lives of the chimps are supported by donors and made possible by individual giving.
So you can see what a difference you have made. So thank you. Once again, there's those 2 words. Thank you for your generosity and your love and your support of the chimpanzees, the original 7, the new 3, and all of them, the 10. Their lives are better because of this. We want to say hello to just some of the many, many people that are watching and contributing right now. Samantha in Georgia, Carrie in California. Hi there, Carrie. Deborah in Alabama, Jessica in New Hampshire, Jody in Arizona, and Paula, Kim, Jill, and Derry in Washington. So you can see we've got folks all over the country, and that's what is the beautiful thing in having to make this change. Yes, we miss all being in one room together and being able to see each other, but because of this, before, anyone who wasn't regionally close to be able to be there, they weren't able to be a part of this HOOT event. And now with it being virtual, we virtually have people from all over the country and around the world that can be able to contribute and be a part of this event. So thank you to everyone. And a huge thank you, Jill Kaiser, just now, $5,000. Jill, thank you for the generous donation. And because of that $80,000 anonymous matching donation we got, your $5,000 just became $10,000, Jill. So see how you can really make your money work right now? Jill got it. Now we need everyone to take advantage of that $80,000 matching dollars and get in your bids right now. Item number 2, you can just slide that to whatever amount you feel comfortable giving. And remember, there is no amount too small, so don't ever apologize saying, I wish I had more. Yeah, I do too. But you know what? I can give what I have the ability to be able to give. Same with you. And all of us together, with this $25, with this $50, all of us together, collectively, that's how these miracles happen. And the years to continue the great care for these chimpanzees and for the new ones that are going to be coming very, very soon. So thank you so much to everyone who's a part of it. I know a lot of people have been asking about Burrito and how he's doing. In case you hadn't heard, Burrito was bit by a rattlesnake a couple of weeks ago. It was definitely a very tense time and a very scary time. The vials of the anti-venom, $3,000 a piece, but it was what they had to do in order to get him better, and he is getting better, and he's doing very, very well because of the incredible staff. And now, because of your, again, generosity on item number 1 in the care of Burrito and his medical fund, already the $12,000 that it costs for anti-venom, we're already up to $14,700 to cover that. So thank you so much, because those are surprises, unwelcome surprises, but still a surprise that no one would have thought about at that time. And we just got another amazing matching donor, Monica Best. She has been a contributor and a huge supporter of the sanctuary for over a decade now. And early this morning, got a chance to be able to chat with her about her special matching donation.
Hi, Monica. How are you? I am doing well. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. What a great day once again. I mean, the Queen's Brunch it was such fun, and now to be able to be a part virtually in the HOOT event for this year, and you have been such a strong supporter for so many years. What first got you involved with the sanctuary and loving these incredible creatures?
Well, you kind of hear this from everybody that works with animals, but I've been an animal lover since I can remember. In 2007, I had gotten diagnosed with breast cancer, and after one of my first surgeries, I was just sitting at home watching TV, and there was this PBS show about chimps. And I was just enthralled, and I was in tears, and then I started researching about the different sanctuaries, and I found Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest, and I thought, wow, this is so close to me, and I didn't even know it existed. And so I started donating, and sometimes just sending stuffed animals or blankets, or and they've really become the staff as well, like my family. And the cancer recurred about 4 times, and at one point the doctors were pretty adamant that I finally do chemo, and I said that I didn't want to because it had probably been tested on chimps. And then my mom said, you can't help the chimps if you die. So do the chemo and then spend the rest of your life helping the chimps. And that is what I'm doing.
That is amazing, and I'm so glad you're doing well. And with that, we had, and that's why part of the reason why we're chatting right now, besides being a huge supporter monetarily and in spirit, what happened with Burrito the couple of weeks ago now with the rattlesnake, and how expensive the anti-venom, but so needed. There wasn't another option there, but at $3,000 a vial, that was $12,000 just to get Burrito well again. But thank goodness he is on the road to getting better, and you have an amazing challenge that please tell us about.
Yeah, after that happened with Burrito, I think we were all, scared, and honestly, it was amazing how the staff just worked so well and got everything done so quickly to get him the help he needed. And there's always a concern that maybe if it were to happen, now that it happened once, we know that it's a possibility that it could happen again, and maybe it wouldn't be as easy to get things next time. Or so the sanctuary thought it might be a good idea to have the anti-venom there on hand in case something like that ever happened again. Which means we need to raise an extra $12,000, and they also need to get a really good freezer fridge that I think JB has picked one out already, that will keep things at a very specific temperature. It can also be used for other medical things that the sanctuary needs to do, and has alarms if the temperatures go down or the wrong way. So what I would like to do is see if we can raise half of that tonight, $6,000, and then I would love to pay the other $6,000 and pay for the freezer fridge combo to keep all the medicines and samples safe.
I personally can't thank you enough for your support.
Well, thank you, and thank you for doing another event. It was great having you at the Queen's Brunch, and you do a great job and get people really involved, so thank you for helping out again.
I hope I get to do it for years and years to come, and even when we get the in-person ability again, I'd love to be able to be there and all of us together and get to meet, not just virtually.
Yes, let's make that a goal, because I've never gotten to go to a HOOT event live either, so let's challenge each other next time they actually get to be live. We both promise to be there.
All right. You got it, Monica.
Okay.
All right. You take care now.
Thank you. You too.
Well, Monica Best is her name, and it's not just a name. Monica, you are the best. Thank you so very much. So you can be able to get in on that matching dollars as well to be able to make sure that that refrigerator freezer is going to be there. The vials of anti-venom, which are good for, from what Diana and JB were saying, about 5 years. So yes, it is pricey to be able to get it initially, but with the help of Monica and your help, we're going to have that. And know that if something, Lord forbid, happens in the next month, like to Burrito, that over these next 5 years, we're covered. They're going to be able to have the anti-venom that is needed and has to be administered right away to be able to save their lives. So Monica, thank you so much. And you can be able to get your bids on item number 0, where Burrito's medical fund, that's where you want to be able to bid right there. Item number 1, excuse me, I'm getting this finger, not anything else. So item number 1 is what you want to be getting your bids in right now to get those matching dollars for Monica to make sure that all those medical care is taken care of. And it's the staff that, just like this with Burrito, day to day, whether it's their food, their enrichment, all of the things that happen for the chimpanzees every day happens because of a caring, loving staff. And not just a staff that has a job. No, they have a passion. And even with the masks on while we were there, you could see in their eyes the joy and the passion that each one of the very small group of staff, because there hasn't been the volunteers, there hasn't been the things that, and the number of staff members that might have been there without the pandemic going on right now. So the ones that are there, they work very hard, and we got a chance to chat with them about some of their stories and some of the things that they love and some of the things about the expansion moving forward.
You can feel just how much heart this sanctuary has and how well they really take care of the chimpanzees, and just everything, the way they talk about chimps, the way they interact with the chimps. It's definitely the kind of place where if you feel passionate about this, you want to work here.
My favorite part of the job is working for the chimpanzees to provide them the best home that they possibly can. Between cleaning their enclosures, providing them a healthy meal every day, and also as my job as enrichment coordinator, providing them something special that kind of alleviates things like boredom for them. For instance, yesterday we had a birthday party for Missy, one of our chimpanzees, who just turned 45, and I threw her this entire tomato-themed birthday party that she plus all of them seem to really enjoy. And kind of seeing them have that much happiness brings me happiness.
What I really love is that every single thing that we do during the day, whether you're in the chimp house or in the office or out doing outreach, every single thing we do is for them. It's to make their lives better. And so I just love that. Like, cleaning is a joy because you're making their home comfortable and clean for them, and in the process you're meeting their individual needs.
What I think excites me is the opportunity to provide a forever home for chimpanzees that are in need, and to kind of provide them the same things that we provide our chimpanzees now. Healthy meals every day, clean enclosures, and a happy, healthy home, as well as just to provide happiness for others that are in need.
A lot of people say you must really love the chimpanzees, but I think the truth is a lot of people really love the chimpanzees. What makes being a caregiver different is that you take pride in lots of other tasks as well, like cleaning an enclosure well, maintaining safety and security around the sanctuary, designing new enrichment, and things like organizing the vet clinic. Once you take pride in those little tasks, it really allows you to excel as a caregiver.
Since we've just had the great privilege of bringing Honeybee and Maeve and Willie Bee here, it has been such a joy to see their personalities just come out and bloom. that's just been really special to witness that for them. And so knowing that there are other chimps that are in need of that to get them into a new home.
There you go. See, you get to see just how incredible that staff is and the passion that they have for all 10, the original 7 and the new 3 here in the last year. Now, some of our items be able to keep the staffing, the food, the care, all of that going for the sanctuary and all the chimpanzees. One of the items on the bidding right now, you can be able to, item number 5, speaking of the big man burrito that we were talking about earlier and how he's doing so well in his recovery, there's this beautiful oil on canvas print. You can see there, it is bright, it's full of color, which so is Burrito. He is the class clown of the group, as far as all of us could tell. He was one constantly wanting to play with JB, with whoever, was rolling around and just being a big goofball. Definitely a lot of comedic relief with Burrito. And you can get some of that spirit of Burrito and have a one-of-a-kind, great memento with item number 5, Charming Burrito is the name of it. Get your bids on there, bid high. And that way, when you have it on display in your home or in the office, every time someone says, hey, that is awesome, you get to tell them about Burrito, you get to tell them about the sanctuary and how you were a big part in the continuing care for all of these amazing, amazing creatures. So that is item number 5. Another, this is going to be huge for 5 folks. There's only 5 slots. They're item number 24 through 28, and this is a virtual tour. So you're going to get to go through with the staff and JB and hopefully Diana as well, and all of them taking you through, showing you behind the scenes. Because even when we were able and honored to be able to be there live, we still were not able to get into the enclosures. We could look from the outside in because we were outsiders. And so we got to love them from a distance. But you're going to be able to get even closer with this virtual tour, but there's only 5 spots available. So get those bids in right now, 24 through 28. The virtual tour is going to be happening in just a couple of weeks on Saturday, September 26th. And then item number 9, speaking of experiences, we've all been so tired of being in our homes, and our greatest destination is going to the backyard and then up to the bedroom or over to the kitchen to make something to eat. Something to look forward to through all of this pandemic would be really, really exciting. And knowing that you're able to help the chimpanzees and the sanctuary all at the same time just makes it even better. So item number 9 is a 1-week Grand Cayman getaway. So the beautiful blue skies, the even more beautiful blue water, the white sands, and just getting away from it all and letting all the things that have been going on in our world just kind of wash away. And you can do that right now with item number 9. So let's get those bids in. Bid high, bid often. Now, all right, we told you earlier when we showed you my really failed attempt at pant hooting, and even with the great expert tutelage of JB, it still wasn't enough to be able to do any kind of good or honor to the chimpanzees. But you did, everyone who sent in your contestant videos for showing off your pant hooting, and here was just some of those entries that we got.
La 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 la. Ahem.
Well, there you go. Negra approved because you all did great, and she pant-hooted right back for you. Yeah, not me, but everyone else. She was quite pleased with your pant-hooting, so congratulations on that. You know, what this is all about is the expansion. It is that we want to be able to, yes, continue the incredible care of our 10, but now to be able to look at another 6 to 8. There is a facility down in Southern California where they have 32 still that are going to need to find new homes. Now, we're not going to be able to take all 32, but we do have the hopes of being able to introduce a new 6 to 8. That's going to be with the completion of phase 2 and 3, though, in order to be able to make that happen. Because of your generosity in the past, phase 1 was able to be completed, and because of that is why we were able to take in Honeybee and Maeve and Willie Bee a little over a year ago, because of that expansion. Because of now phase 2 and phase 3, we're going to be able to take on even more and to give them the incredible lives that each and every one of them deserve. And because of you, we're going to get there. I know for a fact we're going to get there. Now, some of the items and some of the ways that we're able to raise money, like our auction items tonight, we have Annie in the Snow. Now, this is an original oil on canvas, and it is such an amazing piece. The artist was able to capture so much in the eyes of Annie, and I think it would look beautiful in anyone's home or office. And again, just like we were talking earlier about that drawing of Burrito, it's something that not only you get to enjoy, and every time you look at that picture, you're able to say, yeah, that mattered. And you get that joy of knowing how you were able to make a difference for Annie and for all the rest. So keep those bids going in. Annie in the Snow, that is item number 3. And then item number 6, a big hit back at the Queen's Brunch back in June, was some limited edition pillowcases. Now these are your, about that big pillowcases. We had Negra limited edition one back at, of course, we had to have Negra for her birthday celebration. And now this time around, we have Willie Bee. So these are gonna go fast. They're kind of a velvety texture. They're beautiful and will look great on your couch as an accent or on your bed or however you would like to display that. But those are limited numbers, and that is item number 6 for the Willie Bee pillowcase there. Now, as we've talked about the expansion and how it is so needed, your dollars coming in tonight for our virtual hoot, they're going to go to the day-to-day care of the chimpanzees first and foremost. That is always the first goal, is the care of our 10. But then, over and above that, that's when we can get into phase 2, being able to get into phase 3, and then being able to get to that part where we're going to be able to expand with more chimps coming in. Now, we've got the phase 2, which is, we're pretty close to being able to get that part done with 2 new playrooms. But then phase 3 is going to be the greenhouse habitats, and that's when we're going to be able to get into the 6 to 8, and eventually even more. And for generations and generations to come, there's these chimpanzees that are going to have a home where they're truly going to be cared for and loved. And thank you for all of that. Here's a little bit more about the expansion project, where we've been and where we're going.
Yeah, so the clinic is pretty new. This was part of our phase 1 construction. And so along with enclosures for new chimps coming in and quarantining and more space for the staff and volunteers to work, we now have a much better and fully equipped veterinary clinic for the chimps. So we can do just about any procedure that we would need to do in this space. You know, we're really excited about the expansion. We're taking a lot of things that we learned from the original building and seeing how the chimps use that, and now we're sort of putting those ideas into how can we build an even better facility for these guys. We know that chimps, wherever they live, whether it's a warm climate or a place like Cle Elum that can get cold in the winter, they love spending time indoors. And so we're really focused on these playrooms with 20-foot high ceilings, you know, monkey bars across the ceiling so that they can use every inch of space, catwalks, a big climbing tree in the middle. Most importantly, we're going to have big 1-inch thick glass windows, chip-proof glass windows all over the facility so that they get lots of natural light, so they can see what's going on out in the world. And then the greenhouses, you know, this was something that when we built this original facility, it wasn't part of the design. And then we saw that, of course, some of the really colder winter days, the chimps were inside and not able to enjoy their outdoor area. So we just kind of on a whim said, why don't we cover this in greenhouse panels and turn it into kind of a 4-season room. And little did we know this would become their favorite spot year round. I mean, they just kind of live out there. And so we knew that we had to do a greenhouse on the new expansion. So past the playrooms that we're adding on, we're doing 2 greenhouse enclosures, 24 feet tall, mulch floor, big climbing structure in the middle. And we're pretty confident the new chimps are going to love it.
These are challenging times for all nonprofits and just kind of uncertain times. And we were very lucky to be able to start our construction, but we don't actually have the funds to complete phase 3 at this point. And so we are really relying on the generosity of donors for us to be able to do that, to be able to bring more chimps to the sanctuary.
You know, so Diana and I talk a lot about kind of the old days of the sanctuary and the original volunteers and the team and Keith that put this all together. And it really kind of started, was kind of a grassroots thing, and we just kind of powered our way through it, and we didn't have everything that we needed. And at times it felt like, how are we ever going to get there? How are we going to get the state-of-the-art vet clinic that we need? How are we going to expand so that we can take in more chimps and grow this family? And we were just overwhelmed with the reaction and the faith that our supporters had in this organization and our ability to care for more chimps. And so we are just, from the bottom of our hearts, we are grateful to everyone that has contributed in every way possible to build this, to make the rescue of Willie B, Honeybee, and Maeve possible, and to make future rescues possible as well.
It's beautiful, and every time we show a picture or one of the videos, it makes me a little sad and wishing that we were back up in Cle Elum and getting to spend time with all 10 and the staff and just hearing the stories and everything. Now I tell you, it's been such a huge success so far tonight. The number one question that we've been getting on social media is asking if we could give a little more time for the online auction. People are asking, hey, I want to be able to tell, you know, my brother and my sister-in-law about the event and about the auction, and I want to share this out so that people that didn't get to see it tonight could be able to share in the joy that we've had together here for the virtual Hoot. So with that in mind, yes, we do listen to you. We have expanded this out by 24 hours. So it was going to be ending here in just a few minutes, coming up at 7 o'clock. Bid wars would have been underway at 6:50. That's okay. Now you've got a whole another 24 hours. It's still 6:50 and 7 o'clock, but it's 6:50 for the bid wars tomorrow night. And then the ending of the auction at 7 o'clock. Anything that's not in a bid war will end at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. So that gives you 24 hours to be able to share this out, to be able to take that link and tell, hey, you've got to watch this. You've got to see the 10. You've got to see this incredible place that has given a loving, caring life to these animals that were abused and not treated well for their first many years on this earth. So there you go. You asked for it, you got it. You've got until tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening, excuse me, at 7 p.m., 6:50 Pacific time for the ending of the auction. Now, we had a very, very special guest that couldn't, wouldn't have been able to be with us, but she was excited to be able to be a part of it. And I think everyone's going to know this next person very, very well.
Hello, this is Jane Goodall. Me, Jane. This is to congratulate Chimpanzee Sanctuary Northwest for all that you've been doing to care for chimpanzees. For 12 years, you've looked after 7 of these wonderful beings, and more recently, you've added 3 to the family. And I know that you're enlarging the facility so that you can rescue even more deserving chimpanzees. So I hope that this fundraiser is tremendously successful, and I hope everybody's really generous in bidding for the auction items, and in the months ahead that you'll progress fantastically with the infrastructure, and soon there'll be more chimps added to your family. So good luck.
Well, talk about a ringer for the pant hoot. I mean, come on, you're bringing in the big guns now with Jane Goodall. That was so fabulous to get to see her and her support for the sanctuary, and reminding you how important all of this is together. Now is the time, with that matching $80,000 at the starting, with the matching with Monica for the refrigerator, freezer, and the anti-venom, to be able to have those on staff for the day-to-day care for our chimpanzees, and the expansion to be able to make the family even bigger. It's all of us together that's going to be able to make that happen. And now is the time that as you go to item number 2 on the online auction, item number 2 is just a way for you to be able to give. Show that, yes, you really, truly do give a hoot about the chimpanzees. They can't be released into the wild again. Most of them started as infants that were taken away from their mothers. They were born in captivity. They were used in laboratories for testing. They knew no other life but a cage and a laboratory, or the set of a film or a TV show. They didn't know what true happiness was until they were able to be taken in with the incredible staff there at the sanctuary. And they're each one so beautiful, so amazing. And their lives now, they know what being loved is. They know what freedom is. They know what home and family is. And that's because of the staff, because of the sanctuary. And right now, it is because of you. So item number 2 is just a way for you to be able to say, yes, thank you. And we care. We love these 10 and the new family members to come. And I hope in a year, whether we're live or whether we're virtually doing this again, that we're going to be celebrating the next part of the family. And it's going to be because of you and all of us together. And I know we can be able to do this. So you have an extra 24 hours. It would have been ending right now. We'd already been into bid wars and everything. But because you asked for it, we're going to expand it another 24 hours. So keep those bids coming in. Please share this after it's over with. Get it out to as many people as possibly can. So whether it's the trips, whether it's the great, items from the sanctuary, from the chimpanzees themselves, whatever it happens to be, get that out there. Get the donations. Tell all your friends and family about it. And together, we are making a difference. So thank you. I know. I said at the starting, you were going to hear those 2 words a lot, and that you can't hear them enough, and it's true. So on behalf of Auction Frogs, Ellsberg Studios, of the sanctuary, and on behalf of, most importantly, those 10 incredible chimpanzees. Thank you very much. And let's keep it going. We got 24 hours. We can do this.
Oh